I will admit to having a bit of fun with the title of this video right off the bat. No, I do not think this phone was a mistake, but I do think it was a mistake made by Google somehow, because whatever department, whether it was marketing or engineering or whoever decides the specs that go into this thing, whatever department that was responsible, that usually gets a hold of these devices for Google and just messes up whatever it's supposed to be and just makes it convoluted and whatever else and harder to market to people. Whatever department that was didn't get a hold of this phone. So whoever, it somehow slipped under the radar and managed to release as one of the best. And what I think, there's still Pixels to come, but I think when it's all said and done, the Pixel 6a is going to be the high watermark for Google as a mixture of value and just a vision of what they wanted to do with this phone, and then going ahead and executing on it, because I think pound for pound, it is absolutely excellent and has been one of the best values in tech for the last couple of years, because it just worked well. It had good software support. It had decent performance. It was priced right. Just all these things, these check boxes that if we were to go down the line now of Google products, they just completely get wrong. This one they completely get right. And that's why this 7a and now the price increase again on the 8a annoys me as much as it does, because the Pixel 6a and the A line in general was never meant to be a no compromise or short compromise type of device that gets you to a near-ish flagship experience for a X amount of price point, mid-range, upper mid-range, never any of those things. The Pixel 6a to me was a right compromise device. It was everything that you needed and absolutely nothing that you didn't. And the fact that so many people were kept from getting this or were turned off by this device because of that ridiculous review that still sticks in my craw 2 years later about MKBHD saying the 60 hertz to 60 hertz, that was all you heard in the comment section about this device when it was released. And I don't know how many people passed on this device. And yes, some of the mid-range contemporaries at the time were offering 90 hertz. That was the big thing. That was the big kind of feature that you didn't expect at this price range, or was a bonus or whatever else. But I challenge you this. Go back to the contemporaries at the time. What are they doing today? Do they still have 3 years of security updates coming to them? Did they get 2 years of security updates? How were they? Were they tailored to this? Feature drops? How are we doing on feature drops? Or was it just a generic skin of Android update that the company, whatever brand it was, rammed down to absolutely every device under its umbrella? Okay. You're getting Android 15 on the Pixel 6a still, so it's going to get major upgrades of Android until June next year, which brings you to Android 15. You're going to get security patches until June of 2027, so you're going to get at least working there. You could feel good about this device. And the performance and all the value proposition is still there. If you could pick this up, link will be in the description, Amazon links. Renewed, you could get these for $150, $160. That's a phenomenal deal, especially when you consider what you're getting kind of in the budget price range nowadays. You still get Tensor 1. Was it the best on battery? No. Was it the best on performance at the time? No. But it gave you still a phenomenal mid-tier experience, especially for the price. You're getting okay-ish battery life. It's not phenomenal. Smaller battery, smaller device. That's another thing. Pocketable device, 178 grams, 6.1-inch OLED display. Yes, 60 hertz. But it's a phenomenally light, great phone to hold. Nice and compact. If you miss those compact devices, you're tired of these behemoths that we carry around in our pockets now, this gives you something there. Just an overall snappy experience. It's going to do everything you want it to do, and then some. We talked about those software updates, feature drops. Are you going to get AI? Probably not on this device, being as they're having problems bringing it to the Pixel 7 lineup, but you'll get feature drops. You'll get cool stuff that's very Pixel. So if you're a Pixel fan and you don't want to shell out $500, $600, $700, $200, under $200, get you a great representative Pixel experience that's still supported and still awesome in 2024. Cameras are what they are. They're excellent cameras. Is it the higher megapixel of the newer devices? No. But you're not paying that money either. And you're still getting the computational stuff. You're still getting some of those computational extras and then whatever else that you could do on this device. You're getting that solid frame. You get, plastic back, Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, so it's not going to wow anybody, but it was perfect for the time. Absolutely perfect. It was the last of the true A series when you think of the build, when you think of the actual theory behind the device, when you think of the value proposition of the Pixel 6a. This was the last true A series. And yes, I know we get wireless charge on the 7A, and we get all the right, a 90 hertz display, and we get the fine. Keep it. That wasn't important. That wasn't what this device was about. Like I said, it wasn't supposed to be a near enough or a kind of no compromise-ish solution that gets you close enough on features to a flagship device. That wasn't what it was meant to be. This was perfect. The price point that they got it to and the compromises that they made were absolutely perfect. So whatever department usually gets a hold of these things and just kind of completely screws up the Google product line or messes with these devices to the point where you don't even recognize what they're trying to do or who they're aiming for, didn't get a hold of this one, because this one was able to provide the value, was able to provide the quality, the performance, and all the rest of it at a phenomenal price point that still, if you pick one up or if you've had one all along, you know what the excellent just experience it's been owning a Pixel 6a. Every time I come back to it, we talked the other day about that S24 Ultra and how it doesn't really excite me anymore. And the same thing with the S23 Ultra and all the way down the line, how Samsungs in general sometimes really don't excite me. And a lot of people in the comment section say, well, you're a tech reviewer. You use every phone, blah, 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 blah. You're spoiled, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. If that's the case, then no phone should give me that feeling. Pixel 6a does, because I'm excited to go back and see what it can do. I'm excited to go back and see the quality and how solid it is and how nice that 6.1 inches is in the hand and how decent the display is for the money. The performance. You could do gaming on this phone. It was a great mid-range gaming phone back in the day. Still fine. Tensor 1 still snappy enough. Was it flagship level back in the day? No, it's always going to be a beat slower than whatever the Snapdragon equivalent of the day was. But still good enough, especially for $150, $160. Can't beat that. So if you think about the value that you got out of this phone for your $400 or whatever it was at the time, and the value that you got soon after, because don't forget, not only did you get this at a phenomenal price, Google went ham on the sales for this. Kind of price drops that you really haven't seen since on the 7A. You got some breaks there, and you've seen it sometimes in the $350 range. But this thing could have been had new for like $299 at one point, $250, I think. Brand new, like a year ago, 6 months ago. Just phenomenal value. Just great. You get the cameras, so you're lacking in the zoom and all the you get the two lenses. Are you lacking that third lens and some of the stuff you get on the other stuff? Yes, but you're getting a newish design still. They're still using this design language. You're getting a solid enough build, right? You get that solid frame on this. The solid frame. Yes, plastic back, glass front. That's fine. But people like the fact that they ignored the glass front or glass back and kind of went with that solid metal frame. Really nice. Really nice. I think it was pretty sure it was a metal frame. Let me double check that before the comment section goes after me, because I do believe that was one of the aluminum frame. Just really nice. Just really nice overall. The kind of build and everything else that you got for this. It was exactly what it should have been. It's the first time they've done that. Probably the last, since it hasn't happened since. So we'll see. But I think when it's all said and done, people are going to look back at the Pixel 6a as the high watermark of Google. So it was in that sense, it was Google's mistake, but our gain. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.